Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I am going to talk about a Berry Avenue shopping mall. And if this is something that interests you, then I would suggest you stay and watch, as this could get really interesting. Oh, and by the way, it can be anything. It can be a Sephora store that interests you. It could be a makeup store, because that's kind of what Sephora is. It could be anything related to a shopping mall, just the thing that you would understand as a shopping mall. Now, where do I actually start? Because Berry Avenue recently came out with a huge update, which was a phone update. Now, if you have not checked that update out, then I would definitely suggest you go and try it out, because it was such a cool update. For those who don't know what I'm talking about, this is what came to Berry Avenue. A phone. We got a phone with Berrygram and all kind of other apps. And if you don't know how to use that phone properly, I made a video on my channel explaining how you properly use it, but that's not what I want to talk about today. Because today I want to talk about a shopping mall coming to Berry Avenue. I have seen a lot of people wanting this specific item, or let me say building, coming to Berry Avenue. It's something that people are requesting a lot, and even Amber's boyfriend said they might be working on one. They said maybe in this message, as you can see, on if there's ever going to be a mall in Berry Avenue. So that maybe could mean two things. It's either they're working on one, or they are gonna work on one. If you kind of get what I mean, they know that we want a mall coming to Berry Avenue. So my theory is they're working on a shopping mall, and it's gonna be released in one of the next updates, I think. It might not be the next update, but it will definitely be in an update in the future. Now, one of the things that interests me a lot is where the location of this Berry Avenue shopping mall is gonna be when they add one. So if I go into Shift P, you will see, and I think you have definitely noticed this yourself when you were role-playing in Berry Avenue, or you just joined the game, there's actually a lot of empty buildings that have no meaning at all. For example, we have a little bar right here, which is connected to an empty big building, which is also connected to this building. And the best part of all, these two buildings have elevators, and they are the only buildings that have these elevators. As you can see, they don't work, but there's elevators on both these buildings, as you can see. Let me get to this one. So like I said, there's one here and there is one here. These have been here since the beginning of Berry Avenue, I think, if I'm not wrong. And then at the back there, you see there is a building which is now an apartment block. But before, when Berry Avenue was just released, that was one of those buildings as well. It was just an empty building, and later on, they turned that into apartment blocks and penthouses. But the only thing that we notice in difference is that these two buildings have both elevators, and the rest of the empty buildings don't. And as you guys know, the apartment block has elevators. So could that mean that the shopping mall is coming to one of these two buildings? It would make sense, because look at this building. This could be like Harrods. You know what I mean? In London, they have this huge shopping store too, and this could be like transformed into, this could actually fit as a mall. As you can see, this would be perfect. This is where you enter, that's the entrance, and you could end your day right there at the bar. And if it's not one of these two buildings, then there is still these two buildings, although I don't think they will turn those into shopping malls. There's these two huge black buildings at the back of the bank, close to the airport. And then if we turn around, there's these two huge buildings on the other side. They could also be a shopping mall. It's behind the police station, behind the primary school. And then there's this building here, which has no meaning right now. Could also be a little motel, something like that. Or Berry Avenue is just gonna come out with a new map. That could also be a possibility. They're just taking the shopping mall to a whole different location other than Berry Avenue. That's also a possibility, because we now have Santorini and Paris. And in Santorini, there's also a clothing store. And here in Berry Avenue, I personally think that the beachside boutique has got a little bit of like, it kind of reminds me of a Sephora store with the black and white shutters at the front. You know what I mean? The inside is nothing like Sephora, but I like the inside of the store. And when there's gonna be a mall, does that mean that you will actually be able to buy stuff in the mall? Because in Berry Avenue, there's no actual money, as you guys know. You can just purchase these clothes by clicking on them, and then you can buy or wear. I already own this. Yeah, then you can spend real life Robux on the clothing pieces. I have no clue what they're gonna do. I just think there is a lot of possibilities in Berry Avenue for where the location of the shopping mall could be. If it's not gonna be one of the buildings in Berry Avenue, or if it's not gonna be a different map, then we cannot exclude the fact that they might come with a whole brand new building that they're just gonna add somewhere in Berry Avenue itself. We cannot exclude that fact, like I just said. They could pop out with something completely that we don't see coming. But yeah, I don't think I'm the only one who hopes for a shopping mall in Berry Avenue. And if Berry Avenue would come with a shopping mall, then what items could that bring with it? Because right now, the items that we have, let's actually take a quick look at some of the items that we have. So let's talk about the fact, what can you find in a shopping mall? You can basically find everything in a shopping mall, right? There's makeup. Let's go to the beauty stuff. We now have a makeup brush. I don't know anything of makeup, so I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. There is a razor. There is a, I know the name of this, but I cannot remember it. Was it a guacha stone? Something like that. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. There is a brush. I think this is a brush. Yeah, there is a hairbrush. There is a, I also know what this is, but I cannot name it. This one, for real, I cannot name this one. It's something for your face. I know that. There's lipstick, which is also makeup, and there is a makeup sponge. I think that's what it is. So these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items that we have under the category beauty. So if they would come out with a Sephora update, they definitely will add more items to like the beauty kind of related stuff. They maybe will add face products too, like face skincare, for example. They could add that too. In this house, these skincare products caught our eyes because, as you can see, this is kind of familiar. It looks like the Drunk Elephant skincare products. This is what I'm talking about. If you don't know what I was talking about, do you kind of see the reference what I'm talking about? So maybe that always has been a hint to, like, there is Sephora coming to Berry Avenue, there is a mall coming to Berry Avenue, something very small that we didn't maybe see properly enough. Then there is electricity, there is toothbrushes, a lot of electronic stuff like phones, iPads, computers. There's a hairdryer here, which I absolutely love, by the way. It's like a Dyson kind of. There is a vacuumer too. They could actually like revamp this vacuumer as in the new house. Let me quickly show that. In this new house added in the last update, they actually had something that only a few people catch their eyes. There is a new vacuumer here, which we cannot use. As you can see, we cannot use it. There is no click button. There's no E as like equip item. And it's also not under the category items. We still have this old vacuum, as you can see. So when there would be a mall, does that mean that they add like more of this kind of stuff? Anyways, I think that's enough talking about malls, but do let me know what you think is coming to the next Berry Avenue update, or just let me know your theories on why you think a specific thing is coming to Berry Avenue. I would love to read this. I would love to even make videos about it. That's what I do it for. So without further ado, I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and please make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and when you subscribe, click the notification bell, because this will always send you notification whenever I have uploaded a new video. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye!